B-29 bomber. How was the B-29 bomber built? Boeing built a total of 2,766 B-29s plants in Wichita, Kansas. Previously, the Steam Aircraft Company merged with Boeing in 1934 and went in wash. Finally, on August 6, 1945, the B-29 Enola Gay dropped the world's first atomic bomb on Hiroshima, Japan. The B-29 used high-speed Boeing 117 airfoil, and its larger flowing flaps added to the wing area as it increased its lift. Modifications led to the B-29D upgraded to the B-50 and was the RB-29 photo recognition aircraft. The Soviet built a copy of the B-29 was called the Tupolev Tu-4. One of the most technology advanced airplanes of World War II, the B-29 had many features including guns that could be fired by remote control, 2 crew areas, fore and aft, were connected by a long tube over the bomb bays, allowing crew members to crawl between them. The tail gunner had a separate pressurized area that could only be entered at the left altitudes that did not require pressurization. When was it used during World War II? On August 6, 1945, B-29 Enola Gay dropped an atomic bomb in Hiroshima. 3 days later, B-29 Boxer dropped another on Nagasaki. In wartime, the B-29 was capable of flight up to 31,850 feet at speeds of 350 miles per hour. Designed as a high-altitude daytime bomber, the B-29 flew more than a low-altitude nighttime and sedentary bombing missions. The B-29 is most often remembered for 2 missions that occurred in August 1945 over the Japanese sites of Hiroshima and Nagasaki that led to a quick end of World War II. Colonel Tiblitz piloted the B-29 Enola Gay on August 6, 1945 and dropped Little Boy over Hiroshima, Japan. He had named the plane after his mother, Enola Gay Tiblitz. The plane had been built at the Glen Martin plant in Omaha, Nebraska. 3 days later, the Fat Man was dropped on Nagasaki by the B-29 Boxer. A total of 3,970 productions B-29s were built at several plants across the U.S. What happened during World War II? During World War II, 4 B-29s made emergency landings in the Soviet Union after making bombing runs over Japan. The U.S. asked the Soviet Union to return the aircraft, but they refused. Hitler invaded Poland in September 1939. France and Britain declared war on Germany. After conquering Poland, Germany attacked France. France fell in June 1940, and as soon as the Nazis overran the rest of Europe and North Africa. Coming just 2 decades after the last great global conflict, the Second World War was the most widespread and deadliest war in history, involving more than 30 countries and resulting in more than 50 million civilization deaths, with some estimates as high as 85 million dead. Sparked by Adolf Hitler's invasion of Poland in 1939, the war would drag on for 60 years until the final Allied defeated both Nazi Germany and Japan in 1945. Why was it used in World War II? Designed for a high-altitude strategic bomber role, the B-29 also excelled in low-altitude nighttime and sedentary bomb missions. One of the B-29's final roles during World War II was carrying out the atomic bomb attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The B-29 bomber production was a total of 3,970 aircraft. The Bell Aircraft Company built 668 of the giant bombers in Georgia, and Gen L. Martin Company built 536 in Nebraska. Production ended in 1946. What were the benefits of the bomber? B-29 Superfortress were only used in Pacific Theater World War II. The Superfortress was initially designed as a high-altitude bomber, but after poor results, it was primarily used in the nighttime low-altitude bombing missions. The B-29 had a central fire system that included 4 remotely controlled guns, turrets, each armed with a .50 caliber machine guns. The B-29 was capable of reaching 31,000 feet, which put it out of range of the most Japanese fighter aircraft. When the B-29 role of high-altitude bomber was changed to a low-altitude night bomber. Curtis LeMay reportedly ordered the removal of most of the sighting and defensive equipment so it could carry more fuel and bombs. What happened to the bomber after World War II? After the bomber were adapted for several functions, including in-flight refueling, anti-submarine patrol, weather reconnaissance, and rescue duty. The B-49 saw military service again in Korea between 1950 and 1953, battling new adversaries, jet fighters, and electronic weapons. The last B-29 in squadron was used to retire from the service in September 1960. 3 of the B-29s were repairable, were flown to the Tupla design Baru in Moscow. The bombers were then reverse engineered and turned into Tu-4. 847 Tu-4s were produced by the Soviet Union.